Discord originally announced that starting March 2026, they would automatically set all accounts to teen mode by default and require global age verification. But a few days ago, they delayed the rollout, and that delay raises even more questions about what's really happening behind the scenes. And if you don't verify your age, well, your account stays restricted. All 689 million registered users will be subject to this shift. And in order to regain full access, you'll need to either scan your face or upload a government-issued ID to prove you're an adult. Discord is moving to what they call a team by default experience. That means unless your age is verified, your account is treated like you're under 18. And this applies to everyone. Whether you're a 35-year-old Bob who's been running a server since 2017, or 8-year-old Timmy who secretly made an account without his mom's permission. Now, of course, Discord says that this is about protecting minors and complying with global regulations. And to be fair, there is serious regulatory pressure worldwide. In the UK, the Online Safety Act has pushed platforms to implement stronger age checks to prevent minors from accessing adult content. Platforms that fail to comply can face heavy fines, potentially up to 10% of global revenue. The EU has discussed digital identity frameworks and stronger platform accountability requirements. In the US, multiple states have introduced bills targeting age verification for online services. And age verification dramatically increases the sensitivity of data flowing through the platform. Before this change, Discord primarily handled communication data, messages, usernames, email addresses, hash passwords. That's valuable in itself, but it's not identity-grade data. Once you introduce age verification, the entire risk profile shifts. Now you're potentially dealing with government-issued IDs, facial scans, biometric analysis results, and verification tokens tied to real-world identity. Even if Discord claims that they don't permanently store biometric data, the verification process still has to occur somewhere. The data has to be processed, transmitted, validated, and confirmed. That means more systems, and in cybersecurity, complexity is risk. The more sensitive the data, the more attractive the platform becomes to attackers. An email database is useful, but a database tied to government IDs is exponentially more valuable. It can be used for identity theft, account takeovers, fraud, social engineering, and other real-world consequences. Just 6 months ago, Discord disclosed that one of its third-party customer service vendors was compromised. Although this wasn't Discord's core infrastructure getting hacked directly, it was an external support platform that Discord used to manage their user support tickets. An attacker gained unauthorized access to that vendor's system through a compromised employee account. From there, they were able to view tickets submitted by Discord server users. And that's exactly the same dependency model age verification relies on. When you introduce ID verification vendors, facial recognition SDKs, compliance processors, and external validation services, you are expanding the number of entities that touch sensitive data. Even if Discord's internal security is strong, you are trusting every external partner in that chain to maintain equally strong security controls. One compromised employee account, one misconfigured database, one vulnerable API endpoint, and now identity-linked data is exposed. And speaking of external partners, this is where the conversation shifts. Now, there is no public evidence that Discord is participating in some surveillance program, but trends show that the broader industry is tilting towards centralized identity and large-scale data analytics. When platforms begin requiring ID verification, they move closer to a world where online accounts are tied to real-world identity. This is where companies like Palantir Technologies enter the discussion. Palantir was founded in 2003 with backing from In-Q-Tel, the venture capital arm of the CIA. Its co-founder, Peter Thiel, has been very open about building technology that strengthens state capacity and institutional power. Palantir's core products, Gotham and Foundry, are designed to ingest massive datasets from multiple sources and make them searchable, linkable, and analyzable. The software allows governments, intelligence agencies, and law enforcement to connect patterns between people, transactions, communications, and behaviors. The company Discord is using to handle age verification, personal identities, is backed by Peter Thiel's Founders Fund, the same VC network that launched Palantir. Persona builds the infrastructure to verify users' identities at scale. Facial scans, government ID validation, and AI-powered verification checks. So what can we infer? The identity layer Discord is introducing is being built by companies funded by the same networks that design large-scale mass surveillance systems for governments. Discord gives users multiple verification paths depending on region and regulatory pressure. Option 1 is a facial age estimation. You record a short selfie video and an AI model then analyzes facial structure, texture, and proportions to determine whether you're above or below a certain age threshold. Discord has stated that in certain implementations, this processing happens on device and that they only retain the final verification result, for example, 18 plus verified, rather than storing the raw biometric scan itself. But who knows what Persona Identities is actually doing. Option 2 is uploading a government ID. This involves submitting a driver's license, passport, or national ID. In early rollouts, Discord used Persona identities to process these documents. That means the ID image is analyzed through Persona's verification system, which checks security features, validates authenticity markers, performs liveness checks if required, and confirms whether the age threshold is met. Discord receives the verification result, not the raw document long term, but the document still has to be transmitted, scanned, and processed through Persona identities during that workflow. Discord will also use AI-based age inference by analyzing communication patterns of users to determine an approximate age. So even without direct biometric submission, the system can still estimate and classify your age. So if you don't comply, your account remains teen restricted. That means you will have no access to age-restricted servers. All NSFW channels are blocked, stage channels are restricted, stranger DMs are filtered, and content filters are enabled. So technically, you could still use Discord, but you're using a limited edition version. So should you comply? The reality is that most people will, because convenience wins and most people don't question change when it takes place. And once compliance becomes standard, it will no longer be an option. It will be required. Now some people will try to bypass it. And yes, AI tools exist that can generate fake IDs, alter face features, manipulate lighting conditions, generate fake photos, or spoof verification systems. Deepfake technology, adversarial image manipulation, and generative AI have made it easier than ever to fabricate visual proof. This is just the beginning. We will see more of this in the future. As regulatory pressure increases and governments demand more accountability from platforms, age verification and identity systems will likely become standard across the internet, not just Discord. What feels controversial today could be completely normalized in a few years. By the way, if you didn't know, our community is on Discord too, so we're literally watching these changes happen in real time. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you want tips, help on recovering from a hack or a hacked account, or just want to hang out, join the Discord. Link in the description. Stay secure out there.